Some idols would be working regular 9-to-5 jobs if not for their looks. All-rounders are just mediocre at everything instead of excelling at one thing. The golden age of K-pop ended years ago, and most new groups are cheap imitations. Many idols have no stage presence because they're too busy worrying about their angles. Fandoms act like their idols are untouchable when they can barely sing live. K-pop has become more about selling merch and less about making good music. Some groups shouldn't even exist because they rely entirely on their company's reputation. Many K-pop vocals sound lifeless because idols care more about looking good than singing with emotion. The industry pushes quantity over quality, and fans eat it up without question. Some idol rappers are so bad they make nursery rhymes sound like lyrical masterpieces. The majority of high notes in K-pop are just screams passed off as talent. Visual-heavy groups are proof that talent takes a backseat to appearance. Many K-pop idols debut without having a single original thought or style. Idol groups don't last long because they're treated like disposable products. Fans excuse blatant plagiarism because they can't admit their faves lack originality. Some idols are glorified mannequins with zero artistic input in their careers. The oversaturation of rookie groups is killing any chance for genuine longevity. Idol group concepts are recycled so often they've become meaningless. K-pop's obsession with perfection is why so many idols look like clones. Some award-winning idols are so bad at performing they don't deserve their trophies. Fandoms bully anyone who doesn't worship their idols, making K-pop one of the most toxic spaces online. Many iconic K-pop songs would be unlistenable without heavy production. Survival show winners often disappear faster than the losing contestants. Idols don't write their own lyrics, but fans act like they're poetic geniuses. Some idols have more personality in variety shows than they do on stage. K-pop choreography is so overhyped that it's become more about stunts than artistry. Lightsticks are overpriced plastic toys, yet fans act like they're sacred artifacts. Most world tours are just poorly planned cash grabs with lazy performances. Fans shield their idols from criticism so much that they never improve. Lip-syncing idols should just start modeling since they don't actually perform. K-pop's heavy reliance on visuals proves how shallow the industry really is. Many idols seem more interested in being influencers than musicians. Some idols should quit singing altogether and stick to dance covers. Groups debuting with 12 or more members are more like sports teams than music acts. The obsession with chart domination has turned fans into unpaid marketers. Idols constantly thank their fans because their careers depend on blind loyalty. Most idol scandals aren't shocking, they're just the result of poor company management. Fans eat up basic songs because of flashy music videos and overhyped teasers. Idol training is more about creating robots than cultivating real artistry. Groups that overuse noise music prove they have no idea how to create lasting hits. Fandom streaming parties feel more like unpaid labor than genuine enjoyment. Some idols' live vocals are so weak they'd lose to karaoke amateurs. Rookie groups copying senior groups' style shows a complete lack of originality. Most K-pop reality shows are glorified ads to milk fans for content views. Fans blame companies for everything but forget their faves signed up for the fame. Some idol groups feel like they were formed in a factory assembly line. The obsession with idolships shows how delusional some fans have become. K-pop's global popularity is propped up by fan loyalty, not musical quality. Idol apologies for scandals are often as fake as their public personas. Some idols wouldn't last a day in Western music because they rely on overproduced. Fan chants are often louder than the idol's actual live performances. Groups with weak rappers should stop forcing rap lines into every song. Releasing multiple remixes of the same track is just a lazy way to inflate streaming numbers. Many visuals in groups wouldn't even be noticed without heavy styling and makeup. The overuse of auto-tune in K-pop ruins songs that could have been decent. Idols who can't sing or rap well should not be debuting in the first place. Fan signs are glorified meet and greets designed to milk fans for every cent. Rookie groups debuting with multiple comebacks in a year often feel like rushed cash grabs. K-pop albums with 80% filler tracks don't deserve to be called albums. The overproduction in K-pop tracks makes many of them sound lifeless and robotic. Survival shows are more about drama than showcasing actual talent. Most K-pop choreography is overly complicated just to distract from average vocals. Idol friendships are often nothing more than company PR stunts. Concepts are recycled so often that originality is now a rare commodity. Some groups only stay relevant by clinging to their fandom's blind loyalty. It's painfully obvious when idols are just following trends instead of innovating. International fans often romanticize idols without understanding the dark side of the industry. K-pop lightsticks are overpriced collectibles marketed as must-haves. Too many groups rely on flashy music videos to mask mediocre songs. Idol reality shows are more scripted than actual dramas. Overhyping every comeback diminishes the impact of genuinely great releases. Many older groups only survive on nostalgia rather than current relevance. Fan voting for music shows has turned K-pop into a popularity contest rather than a meritocracy. Some idols' stage presence is so weak that it's embarrassing to watch. Overproduced vocals in live stages make it hard to tell if anyone is singing at all. Fandoms spend more time fighting each other than actually supporting their idols' careers. Idol diet culture being promoted as healthy is one of K-pop's most toxic aspects. Half the time, world tours are just glorified fan meetings with overpriced tickets. English lyrics in K-pop songs often sound cringeworthy and forced. Some groups debut with more members than they can properly showcase. Idols constantly selling merch feels more like a corporate gig than a musical career. The obsession with charting takes away from enjoying music for what it is. Many fan theories about idols' lives are baseless and borderline invasive. Overly polished idols sometimes come off as robotic rather than relatable. Not every song needs a rap break, but K-pop producers seem to think otherwise. K-pop's obsession with perfection makes its idols feel less human. The over-sexualization of idols, especially minors, is one of the industry's biggest problems. Some groups have too many members, leading to obvious favoritism. The dark concept trend is getting overplayed and boring. Rookie groups should stop copying the styles of senior groups to gain attention. Idol endorsements for luxury brands often feel like desperate cash grabs. Some groups only stay relevant because of scandals, not music. Music shows rewarding quantity over quality is ruining competition. Groups that only survive off subunit comebacks lack proper group cohesion. Idol dorm tours feel invasive and unnecessary as fan content. Fans treating idols like royalty contributes to their lack of real-world skills. Some idols clearly don't enjoy their jobs but are forced to fake enthusiasm. K-pop genres are blending so much that every group starts to sound the same. Many K-pop idols are glorified influencers with little actual musical artistry to back their fame. Fans crying over unfair line distributions don't realize their faves sometimes aren't skilled enough to deserve more lines. K-pop groups debuting with underage members is just the industry's way of capitalizing on shock value and controversy. Too many idols rely on lip-syncing because their live vocals are painfully mediocre. The obsession with visuals over talent has turned K-pop into a glorified beauty pageant. Some K-pop groups only survive because their fandoms are louder than their actual music is good. Companies recycling old sounds and concepts show how creatively bankrupt parts of the K-pop industry have become. The noise music trend in K-pop proves that catchy melodies are becoming a thing of the past. The excessive fan wars over music awards ignore how rigged and meaningless many of these awards are. Many idols are marketed as producers, but in reality they barely contribute beyond writing a few lyrics. I hate Hybe, and I hope they